Hello, I am Agent F, and today I want to talk about something. I don't know. I want to talk about how we can make Sadako stronger in Dead by Daylight. And yes, I know she's already a strong killer. Sometimes. And I think there's a little rework that could be used to make her an actual better killer, in my opinion. So, I'm gonna rant about it today. First of all, Condemned. Condemn is a feature that lets you kill someone if they're at full condemn. Condemn locks when the survivor gets hooked, that they're permanently locked at that condemn. It can't get lower than that. At condemn state, you need 7 condemns to kill someone as Sadako. So if I'm saying her name wrong, please tell me in the comments. I'm using her name from the movie, not the game, by the way. Hey, so yeah, in the condemn, and there's really no debuffs for having condemned them. So my first suggestion is to give the survivors 1% hindrance every time they get 1 condemned stack. This would make it so they would have to fear them getting condemned, and then honestly would make condemned already better as it is. Now, I would say also remove 1 condemned stack to get full condemned. So I would say make it so it would be like 6 condemned stacks to be a full condemned and a kill. All right there. And just to balance that out, instead of losing 3 from taking a VHS tape from point A to point B, you only lose 2 condemned. And so yes. And now I want to talk about a certain add-on. In Dead by Daylight, there's this add-on. If you know what this add-on does, it's terrible. Okay, basically the main thing is it removes the condemn feature, or not really removes, but it makes they can't gain condemn when you go teleporting to a TV. As to gain condemn, you have to. One of the ways to gain condemn is if you're in 16 meters, I think. I don't know. You're in a radius of Sadako when she's teleporting through a TV or projecting. Sorry. Now, in my opinion, this is already great, and I don't think they should change any of that. I think, in my opinion, that this should be so instead of them getting only 1 condemned, 2 condemned on TV. Also, the VHS and change how the VHS tapes work a little bit, making it so instead you can't turn off TVs when someone has a VHS tape. I think that's already in there. I was looking on the wiki when I was thinking about this video. I was looking at the wiki, and I think I read something about that. I could be wrong now. So that's what I'm thinking. And honestly, I think this would make it better because her gameplay is already pretty bad. Like, you can barely get condemned stacks to win by killing. It honestly, I've only had 1 game where I have 2 games where I've killed people with condemned, but we've killed 4 people in condemned. Yeah, so in 1 game I did kill 3 people with condemned. I don't know if I have the video anymore, but I'll see if I might check if I do. So, but this is how I think Sadako should be reworked. Now, people might say, yeah, it would be pretty overpowered, which I disagree because of characters like the Lich and the Dark Lord, because they're already pretty overpowered, and having got a fleet of nerfs, and the pig giving a fleet of nerfs when she's not really that bad. And you know what? That's another rant for another day. Hey, and you know what? I don't think I can to rant about that. So you know what? Yeah. So actually, this is about it. That's actually it. That's all I really want to rant about. Yeah, so this is how I think Condemn should now work, or should work in my opinion. And this is just my opinion on how a Sadako rework would work in my opinion. Everything else, in my opinion, could stay. He's the same. Him, honestly, I think is pretty bad. I think she's not that good as a killer. Or me personally haven't played her much though, because of how weak in my opinion, how weak she is in my opinion. Yeah, the only though she is a fun killer. She is a really fun killer, and I'm no hater for anyone who runs this killer as their main because she's good. It's still, oh, if you're like if you know how to play her, she can be good. But if you're starting out or in a lobby full of sweats, you're not gonna win most of the time, or even get a condemn kill. Well, I'm lucky enough that I got 3 condemn kills in one game. So, and yeah, so my opinion, if this rework happens, this would make her a really good killer, or go from like, in my opinion, D tier or high D tier to a actual C or B tier killer. Yeah. Because this might be sound like a small change, but changing how condemn stacks work, or giving people 6% hindrance once at full condemn stacks being 6, and getting 2 who condemn stacks lost every time the VH estate goes from point A to point B, I think would make it fair. So that's it. That's really all I want to rant about. So, anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Sayonara, Agent F signing off.